Hey YouTube, so in today's video I'll be showing you a speech I gave last year for a communications class I had to do. I did a speech about aquaponics and basically what is aquaponics, so I'll be posting that speech in today's video and then you can look at it. It might give some information for those who are new to aquaponics and who don't know what aquaponics is to see what it is, so I'll show you that right now. According to freshfarmact.org, the story of Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital, which now lays below modern Mexico City. The city itself was awe-inspiring, built upon a series of causeways. The city existed floating over a large lake, Lake Texaco. The city grew its food in large flooded ditches known as chinampas. The strength of the mighty Aztec Empire was built around the abundance provided by the chinampa systems. From your backyard to your dinner plate, aquaponics, what the Aztecs referred to as chinampas, is one of the fastest ways in growing your very own plants and having your own food, fish. There are, however, many different aspects that must not be overlooked. From the Aquaponics Gardening book, written by Sylvia Bernstein, she states that aquaponics is the cultivation of fish and plants together in a constructed, recirculating ecosystem, utilizing bacterial cycles to convert fish waste into plant nutrients. Or in other words, it's a way of growing both plants and fish where they both help each other survive. You may be wondering, how does aquaponics even apply to you, or why is it even important? But everyone is striving to have good quality tasting food that is both health beneficial to your family and also to the environment. From the Complete Idiot's Guide to Aquaponic Gardening, even if you don't care about going green and reducing your footprint, aquaponics is a great way in growing your own food. Economic and health concerns are excellent reasons to adopt aquaponics. So today, I'll be talking to you about how aquaponics works, the differences between aquaponics and regular gardening, and how you'll be able to set up your own aquaponic system. To begin, we'll start off with how aquaponics works. The aquaponics source proclaims that aquaponics is an integrated system that starts with the fish. The fish produce waste, mainly ammonia-based, which is from their breathing. That waste gets pumped up into a soilless grow bed. In that grow bed, there's actual natural occurring nitrophine bacteria. That bacteria converts that waste into nutrients that the plants can use. And in return, the plants clean those nutrients and return clean water back to the fish. So after hearing this, you might still be a little confused about what aquaponics is. But to make it simple, in aquaponics, you both have the fish tank and the grow bed. In the fish tank is where the fish are. They produce waste from pooing or from their breathing. And that waste gets pumped up to where the plants are. And in the grow bed, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of bacteria. And the bacteria converts the waste from the fish into nutrients that the plants are able to use. And then in return, the plants return clean water back to the fish. So aquaponics is like a small ecosystem. It has its checks and balances. If you spray your plants with pesticides or herbicides, then you kill all the fish, and then the aquaponic system won't work anymore. And the other way around, if you give your fish antibiotics or growth hormones, then you kill all the plants and the whole system won't work anymore. So that's a little bit of how aquaponics works. So now that you understand how aquaponics works, let me go over the differences between aquaponics and regular gardening. In aquaponics, the plants actually grow twice as fast as in regular gardening. This is because the plants aren't lacking any of the different nutrients they need. They have all the water and the different minerals that they need to grow faster. So they can focus all their growth on growing stronger and healthier. Also in aquaponics, because of the fact that they have all the nutrients and all the water they need, you can plant much closer together. This is something that's very beneficial, especially for those who only have their balcony to plant on, because they can set up an aquaponic system and have a great amount of plants yielded in a small amount of area because of the fact you can plant much closer together. If you're looking at more environmentally friendly, aquaponics actually uses 90% less water than in regular gardening. You may be wondering, how is this even possible? Because in aquaponics, as you can see, the whole system is run with water. But this is because in aquaponics, none of the water actually leaves the system. It only leaves through evaporation or what the plants absorb. Whereas in regular gardening, you can be watering a plant for 1 or 2 hours and the water just keeps going through the soil and the plant looks dry. So that shows how much of a difference in the environmental impact that aquaponics has. So now you know a little bit of the differences between aquaponics and regular gardening. You may be wondering how you can set up your own aquaponic system. But to begin, before you set up your own aquaponic system, I highly recommend that you read a couple books, watch some movies, or even take a tour at an aquaponics place, because I'm only able to share with you a limited amount of information of what aquaponics is. Otherwise, in aquaponics, you have the two major parts, which is the fish tank and the grow bed. The fish tank is, of course, where you have the fish in or different marine life that you like. And then the top is where the plants are, where you have the gravel and the bacteria able to grow and where the plants put the roots on. So those are the two biggest parts in aquaponics. But just like in our body, we have our heart. Our heart is extremely important in keeping us alive because it pumps our blood throughout our system. In aquaponics, you have a pump. The pump is very important because it pumps the water, which carries the nutrients up to where the plants are, and then in return the water flows back to where the plants. So those are the three biggest components in aquaponics. And as you can see here, this is actually a small image of how an aquaponics system looks like. There's many different ones you can make, but this is a typical one that people do have. It's a small system. So today I was able to share with you how aquaponics works, the differences between aquaponics and regular gardening, and how you'll be able to set up your own aquaponics system. From your backyard to your dinner plate, aquaponics is one of the fastest ways in growing your very own plants and having your own fish. There are, however, many details that must not be overlooked. The Aztecs were able to live a full and plentiful life just by using the resources around them. Even they can grow food using the waste from fish. Aquaponics can be very fun and addictive, but it's also a lot of hard work. In the end, it's very rewarding. Thank you. Hey, so thank you for watching, and that was just a speech I did for my communications class. It had some information about what aquaponics is, so I thought it would be cool to post. But otherwise, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.